why hold this event today, particularly on today of all days, 7 days after?
Yeah, so it's a reactionary event from the Bondi terrorist attack, so that's why we're having it now. We couldn't really postpone it because, well, no one expected a terrorist attack to happen in Bondi last week, so it's a reactionary event, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What are your thoughts on the turnout today?
Well, I think there were reasonably small numbers because people are really scared. Also, the media and the police came out saying that it was an unauthorised event, which wasn't true, and it kind of scared people even more to come. I think that there are probably 50 people at home for every one person that turned up, and the speeches were fire, and I think they'll go viral online. So it's not so much about the attendance on the day, it's about the message getting into people's homes, and we can do that through the internet at the moment, which is great.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think, well, as the organiser of this event, what's your biggest concern?
Well, I'm part of a team, just to put it out there. My biggest concern is, the government not putting us first, and that really goes across a range of issues, from mass immigration to net zero to everyday situations like this, where we do have an increase in extremism, Islam in this country, and they don't talk about it, they don't make policy changes, and we just want to feel heard. And unfortunately, protesting at the moment is the only thing that we know what to do. The election's every 3 years. They beg for our vote for like 2 months leading up to the election, and then they don't listen to us. So we don't really want to march either. We don't want to protest. It takes us time and money, just like it takes the resources of the taxpayers. We don't want to be doing it, but we don't know what else to do to be heard.
Are you against immigration?
I'm against mass immigration that isn't vetted properly, and I'm also against criminals not being deported back to their country when they rape people and when they kill people and when they wave terrorist flags. I think those people should be deported immediately, and I think if they're an Australian citizen, they should be put in prison, because actually there are laws already in place for the government to do that. For example, they recently deported the South African Nazi guy, which I agree with, by the way, but on the same token, someone who's waving an ISIS flag on the Harbour Bridge should also be deported if they're not an Australian citizen. So I do feel like there's two-tier policing. So no, I'm not against mass immigration whatsoever. My parents are immigrants, and all of my brothers and sisters are immigrants. I'm the only Australian born here. No one questions that because I'm white, but I am also part of an immigration family, and so I think immigration can be a lovely thing, but it needs to be monitored, and the government needs to be putting some boundaries on it, I would say.
On that, and it's something that I've seen online, people in your comments saying, it's a question a few people are asking, are you racist?
Am I racist? Well, we had, oh my goodness, how many different races did we have speaking today? We had an African guy, we had an Iranian guy, we had 2 Iranian guys, we had Jewish people. So, if you have to ask that question, you're really just not looking, you're not opening your eyes. And this is a term that's being used to discredit people, and I understand, but it's losing its flavour, just like Islamophobia is losing its flavour. That doesn't exist anymore, because this is actually a real threat. It's not Islamophobia if you're afraid of terrorists who just kill people in your country.
Fair enough. Thank you so much,
Thanks.
Monica. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it.